94th and Inches with Top Boss Enterprise there.
Charles Gamouche, he wanted to tell y'all, and Patrick Swilling. What's up with y'all, man? We sorry for the delay. We're gonna try to come every Monday or whatever. We had some stuff that went on behind the scenes that it was out of our hands, so it's all good. But we back now, episode 2. Me and Charles. What's up, man? Talk to me.
What's up? But you gotta
Your name is Charles. I've been knowing you for Charles my whole life.
We're not about to waste any time on this. I'm Top Boss on the show.
Charles.
Top Boss.
Come on, Charles.
All right, man. What's going on, man? I'm back, man. It's been a little rough 2 weeks for me, personally, but everything moving in the right direction.
You want to speak on that?
Nah, not really. Not at the moment.
All right.
I'll eventually get into it. But yeah. So we here back 94th and Inches, giving y'all the best updates in the sports world, life, the whole nine. Pat, come on, talk to me. What you got for me today?
Shit, man. Life is beautiful. Just been hanging, watching these NCAA tournament games. Who you got?
Man, who do I have?
Who you like? Don't tell me who you got, because who you got could be totally different than who you like.
I'm obsessed with Noel from Kansas State.
I like him. He lost my fucking money for me. I mean, not lost my money. Nigga beat me out my money, but shit, he went crazy. I had the money on Kentucky.
Oh, man. Yo, he made me a believer.
He went crazy. I can't even be mad. He went crazy.
Heart over height.
That's facts.
Heart over height for sure.
He has some big ass shots.
Definitely.
He has some big ass shots.
FAU.
But you still ain't tell me who you like, man. You tell me
is there any way we could get like the brackets? I mean, I like a good bit of teams.
All right, well, I'm gonna tell you who I like.
All right, who you like? Who's playing tonight?
Shit, they got Michigan State versus Kansas State coming up at 5:30.
Right.
FAU, Tennessee, Gonzaga, UCLA, and UConn and Arkansas tonight. That's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah, I like Arkansas. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little biased because I've been watching more of the SEC games than anything. I haven't really seen UCLA like that. I like Big Timmy, from Gonzaga.
I got Gonzaga in the upset tonight.
And who
they play UCLA.
UCLA and Gonzaga. What were the other games? Arkansas,
UConn. I like UConn. Tennessee and FAU. I think it could be a better game than people think, because I think FAU gonna hit more shots than Duke did. As long as they could hit shots and spread Tennessee out on the perimeter, driving kick, get in the lane, be able to dish the ball out and hit shots. That's the most important thing. Hit fucking shots. That's what Duke didn't do.
And shout out to Coach Dusty May, man.
Yeah, man. I was that's crazy. I was watching them. I was like, wait, yeah, that's crazy. But
and it's crazy. I'm watching, like, it shows me how old we're getting, because all those coaches, like, I look around at some point in time when we were coming out, most of them were like managers and grad assistants and things like that. And now you're looking on TV, March Madness, NCAA, you see all these coaches climbing up the totem pole. Dusty May was assistant at Tech. Then he went over to Florida with Mike White. Yep. And now he's at Florida Atlantic, running his own show and Sweet 16. Yeah. That's big time. So shout out to Coach Dusty May.
Yeah, shout out Dusty May. I know they got some kids on Kansas State basketball team that's from the city. I know one of them went to Carver.
Yeah.
One of them transferred to like Oak Hill, then ended up going to Ole Miss, and now they ended up at Kansas State, but they from the city.
Dorian, so shout out Dorian to them. Finster, I know that for sure. That's a Carver guy. Won a state championship at Carver last year.
And while we on that topic, shout out to Carver.
Yeah,
back to back.
Coach Nate, man,
that's big.
Making a believer as far as one of the best coaches in the area, in the state. Should I say?
Coach Nate got a program.
Yeah, you got a program, man. Shout out to Coach Nate.
Ain't just no one done. That's what you did. You went 3 times.
Should have been 3 for 3, but they lost to McMain. I was rooting for McMain. That's my school. Shout out to Coach Steve Kelly. It was a little up and down year for them. They didn't get a real good full season because of the disciplinary actions that they had to withstand because of the fight with them and McDonald 35.
Shout out Newman also for winning the championship.
Another championship. Sorry, Nap. I love Country Day, but I told you.
Talking all that shit. Talk about go to the game Friday, and they got their ass. Well, I'm glad I didn't waste my time.
But it was a great game. I went.
I heard you was there.
Somebody
told me.
It was a good game. That was a dog fight.
Can't lose at home.
They were in position, man. Great job by Mike McGuire and Knapp and the other assistants. Guys just got to execute and stay with the plan.
Hey, man, it's hard.
Free throws, turnovers down.
It's hard. It's hard to win 4-5 games in a row in the playoffs. I don't think people understand that. Home or away, if you win you a state championship, NCAA championship, any kind of championship where it's a one and done type of situation, you could be beat on any given night.
And what I'll say is, it seems like basketball is getting harder now, bro. Like I thought, I thought when we came out, it was harder. It's way harder now. Way harder. I was up actually when I went to the Country D game. I've been sitting there with Coach Schlesinger, head coach at UNO, and we were just talking, looking at guys and just having basketball talks. And he was showing me a recruit that he just recently signed. And he was like, man, back in our era, he wouldn't have had a chance at signing that guy. But he said because of now, with the transfer to portal and
but we talking about
older kids.
We talk about high school sports.
What do you mean?
Shit not harder than when we was playing, man.
It's harder for them to get a college scholarship.
All right, that's different. You ain't
and it's gonna be to each his own when you say, because everybody is always, oh, my era was harder. Like we're gonna always hear that.
I'm not saying that our era was the hardest era, but I'm saying that we for person for person we're better than who playing now.
Why do you say that?
How many games you been to this year?
I mean, I believe that we were, but you know,
all right then. So that's my
everybody,
my point.
But people could say we're being biased.
But I'm not trying to be biased.
Because when I go to the older, like the 35 and 40 and older league, our era was way better than y'all.
No. I'm not.
We had way better players.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that my era was the best ever. All I'm saying is that it didn't matter who you played on any given night. You could lose. Yeah. Like
no. I mean,
if you had to go play, just think about if you was in the Catholic League.
Which Catholic League?
I'm talking about when my era, Catholic League. If you had to wake up one fucking day and you played me on a Tuesday, you went and played Elridge and Javon on a Friday, the next Tuesday you had to go play Southwood at Jesuit. You ain't got to play no kids like that.
I knew one thing. If I were waking up to play y'all, we're going to beat y'all. You're going to get yours. You're going to get you, but we're going to win. I mean, because you want to think about it. I mean,
whatever. I ain't
individually.
We ain't about to get in there, but I'm just saying, from when we was growing up and we saw DJ, White Lewis,
that was a hell of a
all of them.
And then all of us coming right behind
it and all that stuff. Like, come on. I'm not saying that they're not competing. I think they always gonna compete. Well, hold on. Let me stop myself. While I'm on this topic, I want to send a shout out to Foster Morrow. That's a Jesuit kid, Catholic League kid. It came out yesterday that he had he has cancer, so he had to step away from football. He went from Jesuit to LSU, played for the Raiders. He was on a free agent visit with the Saints, did a medical, and found out he had cancer. So I want to send a shout out to him. Stay strong, man. Beat that shit, and we'll be checking for you when you come back on that field.
Yeah, man. Definitely gonna be in my prayers and our little sports community and our New Orleans family. Everybody just send some prayers up for that young man.
Man, but back to what we was talking about, man. Who you think gonna win NCAA?
I can't say that just yet. I'm not gonna lie to you because I haven't been as tuned in as I should.
Well, I like Alabama to win.
I like Alabama. Miller been kind of inconsistent in the tournament. Well, I can't say inconsistent because
what about 30, bro?
Yeah, he had 0. He had a goose egg and he set out. You're right, but
what about 30 points every game so far?
I don't know, man.
From top to bottom as a team, they got the best team, and I like Houston. I think
is Sassa 100% right now?
He's not 100%, but fuck, he 100% killer when you're on the court. So if he out there, you're in trouble. I like him, but he's the only offense, and that showed against, like in a conference tournament they played Memphis. He didn't play.
Got a program, man.
Yeah, no, they coming along, but
man, coming along, they're there. They
are there, but I always feel like when they get to this point in the season and they play against top-notch athletes like the Big East, the SEC, those type of athletes, they always struggle.
What they've been Sweet 16 or better the last 5 years.
Yeah, and I'm saying the same thing about Gonzaga. Gonzaga do the same thing. Every year they kill during the season, they win, they get to the Sweet 16, Elite 8, then they run up against fucking Tennessee. And now you gotta play.
Do you think that the conferences, because I feel like, you know, it's not just like this year, most people would say the Big 12 was dominant. You could have pretty much put every team in the Big 12 in the tournament. And then you got Gonzaga, who's in the West Coast.
Yeah, no, they're in the
West
Coast Conference.
So Gonzaga pretty much dominate their conference every year, but they still come to the tournament.
They played
same areas.
Yeah,
Gonzaga, same areas every year for the most part.
BYU sometimes.
So when you get that, and you like for a team like Gonzaga, and you get a team like Alabama, who's day in and day out playing against,
I think Alabama will beat the shit out of Gonzaga.
You think they'll beat the shit?
I think they'll beat the shit out of Gonzaga.
Are they on the same side of the bracket?
I don't think so.
So the only way they'll meet is in the
championship. Finals. I think they would beat. I think that there's no team left in the field right now that I feel can really give Alabama a run for their money. When Alabama is clicking on all cylinders, which you should be because you're in the fucking tournament.
And at this point in the season, anything can happen.
That's why I'm telling you that I'm that confident in Alabama. I see, like, this is how I look at it, right? So in order to play with a team like Alabama, you can't only be skilled, you got to be big enough, strong enough, and fast enough, because they got everything. You gotta think about it. They start a 7-footer, a 6'11" down low, Brandon Miller 6'9", the other guard 6'5", and then if you got Quinterly out there, you got,
I like him.
Whoever, whoever you got out there, either got the kid from that transfer from Ohio or you got Quinterly. They both 6'2", 6'3", crafty with the ball. They can get to the rim, they can shoot the three, whatever you want to do, they could do it. So now you actually have to be able to match up with them at every position. Either we could overpower you, we can outshoot you, we're gonna play harder defense, we're gonna pick you up full court, and we got 5 more niggas that's coming off the bench.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting weekend. Let's see.
I like UConn too.
I like to come back on it.
Yeah, we could do it. I mean, 2 more weeks of I like UConn too, though.
I haven't really paid attention to UConn. I can't tell you not one thing about UConn, but I'm tell you this: I'm obsessed with Noel and Kansas State, and the New Orleans guy being on the Kansas State roster.
I think Kansas State gonna lose tonight, though.
I was disappointed with the Memphis loss and the Texas A&M loss.
Boy,
I thought Texas A&M was gonna make some noise.
Nah, I never liked Texas A&M from the beginning of the season. I feel like they always was wishy-washy. Like
they physical though. I like how athletic they are defensively.
Yeah, but see, they do have like the athleticism, but they don't have the skill prowess as Alabama have.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Well, you saw that in the SEC championship.
Yeah, it's like it's a little different. But like I did think that I thought Kentucky could make some noise, and I thought Duke could make some noise, which Tennessee came out and played impeccable defense against Duke. Everybody counted them out because the guard got hurt towards ACL, but the defense they played, the way they forced turnovers, the way they gang rebound, the way they blocked out was disciplined. I don't think that it's nothing you could like. It's hard to beat a team that's that big, that physical, and play that solid of defense, especially when they shot the ball the way they did. Because I think they shot like 50-something% from the three-point line. So if you give a great defensive team who's not used to knocking down shots and they start knocking down shots and playing their defense, it's gonna be a long night for I don't care who you playing. So.
All right, I don't want to spend too much time on the tournament. I save a little of that for down
who
the
you
line.
like on the women's side though?
Man, I'm obsessed with LSU. I mean, big girl in the paint. Lord, it's true. She had 25 points, 24 rebounds, I believe, like maybe 5 assists and like 6 blocks, and she was like, "I had an okay game."
She a dog, but.
They said South Carolina.
When she run up to that dog,
yeah,
I gotta see you. I want to see you at your best when you playing against the best. Don't get blown out by 25 when you playing against the number 1 team in the nation. When it's time to get down and all that talking,
is it too far along to go back on the Brandon Miller situation while we talk?
No, talk about it.
What do you think? I mean, obviously, is not that big of a deal to the university first, and then to the NCAA because he's still playing and. He's a kid that won't Well,
he won't be back in college.
He won't be back in college now. His draft stock,
it won't go lower.
It depends on. Obviously, I mean, I wouldn't try to penalize him as far as in the draft because he's still able to play, and for him to be still able to play, it must not be that serious where he was involved like most people thought in the beginning.
So in my eyes, his situation, I feel like by social media and public's view, has been blown out of proportion.
And because of who he,
which I'm not, yeah, I'm not saying that. I don't want this to sound bad to the young woman that was killed or anything like that. But if we in this room together and you leave something in this room and you go that way and I go that way and you call me and say, Pat, where you at? I left my whatever.
Right.
Can you come bring it to me? And I'm around the corner, I'll be like, yeah, I'm about to be there in 5 minutes. And I bring you whatever you are entitled to your own property and you do something with that, that's on you, my boy.
But when you say bring you whatever, your own property, this was a gun.
It's and they had a,
like me as a student athlete, do I even touch that? Yo, you got to come get that on.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? That's different, bro.
Also, but okay, so look, from text messages and court records, because I went back and I looked at all of this stuff, right? They said that he texted and said, where you at? I left something in your car.
And also he said, bring me that thing.
Yeah, but still, it's tucked in the back. He never touched it. He pulled up, the dude went in the back seat, grabbed what he grabbed, and went by.
Oh, so that's how it went.
Yeah, that's how it went. Because he was at the restaurant with his family. Dude went to the club. They went got into it with some people. Dude was at the restaurant down the street. He said, man, I'm about to pull up in a second. I'm gonna bring you whatever.
So I didn't know that part.
Yeah, of it. And he went in the back seat and grabbed the whatever.
And like you said, it's unfortunate. Yeah, the situation for the young lady, you know, who was killed in the accident. Yeah. And it's unfortunate for him because think about this here, a kid that's innocent. And, you know, say they had went above and beyond, you know, to get involved and, you know, let's say suspend him or whatever. And a kind of, you know, weird situation like that where he had no involvement and to get penalized, it would have been kind of like, damn, you know, that sucks for a kid like that, especially with the potential that he has going into the next level.
And I don't think that he with the, like, to me, I don't believe that he went there with the intent to give him the gun to shoot anybody. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't sit here and definitively be like, oh, that he knew he was gonna give him that gun and what he was about to do with it. Like, no, like.
But let's say, for instance, if I call you, Pat, like, yo, I left something, man, I need that. Like, you know what type of time I'm
but you don't know. I don't know why you might need it. You might need it to protect yourself. You might need it to give it back to somebody who might belong to. I don't know what you need it for.
Only Brandon and that dude.
And that's all I'm saying. But from what we know and what's on record, somebody asked somebody for their property back, and he's a grown man. You want your property back, I give you your property back. What you do with your property, it's out of my hands.
Yeah.
Now, that's totally different than Ja dumbass.
Oh, yeah. So wait. We're gonna get to the Ja. Don't disrespect the women, you know, because
oh no.
Let's get the women a little time. You know, it's NCAA, you know, we're not gonna elaborate on it too much because we got time, man. The good thing about the NCAA and March Madness, we have time. And expected, unexpected, and anything can happen. And I'm just anxious to next week to see, you know, where we're gonna be at and what teams we're gonna be talking about, who's gonna be remaining standing, and you know that. So on the women's side, I hear what's the girl named Caitlin Clark, Iowa. I hear her a lot. I see, you know,
the girl version of Jimmy Fredette.
Okay, I see, you know, she's big time at what she's doing. So, well, what I will say is
she has no chance of winning the championship, though.
Oh, okay. So she's
she's Jimmy Fredette for real. Like she's a one-man show. Okay. Iowa not winning no championship.
So check this out. I noticed that LSU had 2 losses, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were a 3 seed.
Yeah.
So with that, I mean, I haven't really tuned into the women's side, but I'm an LSU guy, so of course I'm gonna, you know, peek in at LSU every now and again, especially with the numbers that the girl is putting. I don't even know her name. What's her name?
Angel Reese.
Yeah, Angel Reese. For LSU to be a 3 seed with a 2-loss record on the year in the SEC, they must have some pretty good teams out there. So you get 4 1 seeds, right?
Well, SEC,
4 2 seeds. And then you go to 3 seeds. So that means they're like at least at the highest 9.
But you got to think SEC is not like Tennessee ain't who Tennessee used to be no more. Like South Carolina runs the conference.
Mississippi State
pretty good, but they're not LSU no more. And Mississippi State don't have the same coach that they used to have anymore either. So like they haven't been going downhill. It's just like plateau. Like we all right. But LSU this year, LSU and South Carolina ran the conference. And Kim Mulkey, of course, she's gonna come in and do a great job.
What are my question is, what are the other teams that's out there for LSU to be a 3 seed and you only losing to South Carolina and the SEC?
Saying if you want 8 more teams that's better, I mean you gotta go with UConn, Stanford, South Carolina. I think Notre Dame was pretty good this year. They usually are pretty good.
See, next week I'm gonna have all my homework done.
I can't think right now.
Pat didn't want to give me the questions that we were gonna talk about, y'all. So
I can't think.
On him, he only knew. So next week I'm coming with the questions.
Hold on, I'm about to tell you right now. Let's see. Is this? I think that's men's. Hold on.
Shout out to the Boot Krewe, man. Yep. Lala.
All right. South Carolina was a 1 seed. Maryland was a 2 seed. Stanford was a 1 seed.
Okay.
Iowa was a 2 seed.
Okay,
that's what Caitlin.
All right.
UConn was a 2 seed. Virginia Tech was a 1 seed. Utah was a 2 seed. And then that's what LSU played this week, Utah. Okay. And then Indiana was a 1 seed. Okay, so Indiana lost to Florida. So they out the tournament.
But that's still LSU is a 3 seed though.
Yeah, all them teams was pretty much better this year.
Oh, okay. What were the other teams' records? Were they like undefeated? Because that's a 2. Like, did South Carolina like just beat LSU like convincingly?
South Carolina beat them by like 25.
Oh wow!
But they played at South Carolina also, so
they didn't split.
I think they only played 1 time. Okay, or maybe twice. I don't know. That might be the 2 losses.
But in SEC, we don't get to play. Everybody doesn't play everybody twice because you got the east side and the west side. So it kind of I thought South Carolina and LSU will always play each other twice.
I don't know. I'm about to tell you right now. Oh no, they lost to Tennessee in the SEC tournament.
Oh, so that was their second loss.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they was undefeated. They lost to South Carolina 88-64.
Sounds like you're going in and out.
They lost to South Carolina 88-64.
Okay. All right. So now you brought up Ja, man. What the hell?
That's your man's.
Nah, that's not my man's. I've met him before, but I got mutual friends with him. But
more of the story, kids. Keep that shit off the internet.
Not even that, man.
That's the biggest part of the story.
I think with Ja, man, he's just getting too comfortable.
Yeah, but Mooch, you gotta think. How old is he? 23?
Probably 23. He's been in the league probably what?
23 with.
When did Ja get drafted? Sophomore year?
I don't know. I think junior, I think, out of Murray. But you got to think, he's 23, 24, maybe 25. I don't know. I don't know how old he is. Won in the majors with $100 million, running around the world, going crazy.
Hell, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, you understand what's at stake. Like, you can't just do that, bro. Like,
my main thing is that you can't. I don't agree with flashing. You shouldn't even have no gun. You really should have security.
Nah, that's lame, bro. I'm just keep it. I'm gonna call a spade. Like,
that's facts. You really should have security.
Not even have. You got dudes are like. Even now, at this point, I'm not walking around. I'm not about to do that with no gun, bro.
Yeah, that's why. If you had $100 million, if you ain't gonna get security, I'll get it for you.
Bro,
security.
But why
what you got a little baby gun for?
Social. First of all, this always been the slogan or the terminology. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, that's fact.
And then more so these days, you definitely, man, you can't, bro. Do you see like when most of the NBA players when they're talking, they always covering them out like
because they don't want you to know what they say.
Exactly. So if you can't even like whisper to a person without people reading your lips or catching on to what you're saying, how the hell you think you're going? Social media, first thing, you have 1 million followers, so you don't know who's watching you when you're live.
Why are you going on live
in that type of environment?
Or in a strip club, anywhere, bro.
Period.
But he don't understand that being discreet and having privacy is like one of the best things in the world. You can't give the internet everything. And that's what like kids that's coming up in this age, they don't understand because they want the clout. They want followers. They want people to know who they are. They want
but a dude of that caliber, like what are you doing?
He's growing up in that social media.
Maybe he had a little bit too much to drink that night. Because I can't see a dude of that caliber and sober even attempting to even think to even do something like that, bro. Like,
Mood. People do stuff all the time. That's crazy.
That's why I say that Casamigo was on one that night.
That's between him and God. But he better not do
and
that
then
shit
like
no more.
how he flashed out, bro. Did you see the room?
But this is the thing though. It was like reoccurring events for like a week straight. They had the people he got into it.
That's just what they knew about. This shit been going on for a minute with dude.
I'm just saying, I don't,
That's just the shit that hit the media.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna speak on what they don't do, so that ain't our place.
Yeah, but we not definitely. But
what I do know is that they had the event. I mean, they had a situation to where his friends got into it with somebody. He jumped in a car. The car rolled the window down, and they pointed the gun, and the beam hit the other car. You heard about that?
Yeah, but no, run that.
So they was leaving the arena or something like that, and they got into it, like his entourage got into it with another entourage, and they both ended up splitting up and going to get in the car. And as John and them car was pulling off, they rolled the window down, and somebody, like the beam from the gun was pointed into the other car, and it like flashed on somebody's chest or whatever it flashed at, and he got in trouble for that. And then he got in trouble for going to the gym, and he got into it with a 17-year-old, and the 17-year-old said he smacked them because they got into it or some shit. And then you go to the strip club and you on Instagram Live and you flashing the gun. It's like, you need somebody in your corner that's gonna.
But the thing with Ja,
sit down, like he tripping.
We both like. I know some dudes in his camp, like personally, like JT, Trey Draper, who's my teammate at Memphis. Like, there's some stand-up guys, like. And if you know JT, bro, JT is, by the book for the most part, bro. Like, so, and I hear all this speculate about he don't have the right people around him and this and that. First and foremost, like, it's not on his entourage, because at this point, Ja, you're not incapable. You're not fucking retarded.
And you know better.
You know better. So when you know better, you do better. So I don't know. I think it was he needed a little reset in his life.
Yeah, and sometimes that's good for people. Like he might come out of this better. I know they said they pulled the Powerade ad. So
yeah, bro. Because like
once you start losing out on money, then that's when shit start getting real, and you be like, all right, I need to change for the better for my career.
But it's sad that it always got to come to that for people who got it.
Well, for him, he got a really scotch-free. I ain't gonna say scotch-free, but he got an 8-game suspension for them 3 things that lined up back to back to back. And now you back playing basketball.
So I wasn't able to catch the game last night. I heard he came off the bench. I was like
I ain't watched the game. I saw him dunk on somebody, but
okay. I just wanted to, because I would have loved to see the game and just see how his demeanor. Like, I'm more than sure he's gonna be all laid back and probably quiet, but time will tell. If the counseling and the suspension, because it's early, it's not gonna really,
Yeah, but I mean, what the fuck counseling gonna do for you going to the strip club?
That's to put on paper to show the world, okay, I did something.
It's a bunch of bullshit
to fix the problem.
All he gonna do is cut the camera off next time. The fuck?
I think one of the NBA players was it Steven Jackson. Somebody said, "Man, we used to do that shit all the time." But Stack Jack them, like, them dudes been like whatever. But like you say, it's not what you do, it's how you do it, bro.
They sent this man to counseling for.
That's bullshit, Pat.
Going to the strip club and flashing a gun on Instagram. What do you think?
What the fuck can a counselor tell you? about you doing what you wanted to do.
Don't do it next time.
Don't do it next time.
Don't do it
on camera next time. I could have told him that. How much he paid them to go do that shit. He could have came counsel with me.
Call us.
Call us next time. We got you. I'll tell you what to do and how to do it and what not to do. And I'll even hold some of that money for you where you don't have to throw all the money that you threw.
Yeah, you went crazy.
But to each his own. Hopefully, come back, shake back, because you're a young, athlete who a lot of those kids look up to. And I hope they're getting it's just a perception, and that's not the reality of who you really are. So hopefully you shake back and be the child who, we think you can be.
And take all that color out your hair. Should look weird.
You're an asshole.
Nah, man, but I hope he be able to bounce back and, become a better person and learn from his mistakes, because shit, he's still a young kid and still learning, still mature, and still trying to be better in the world. So he got to change. He got a chance to change everything around and change the perception, because in 2 years, if he be right, do great things, people will forget that shit even happened. So just be better, man. That's the moral of the story.
I know you came with everything set up. I think I won't finish on this NBA race to the playoffs. You got the Pelicans, who've been kind of
ass
disappointing to the city.
He sugarcoating. They've been ass.
You got
Coach Zion. Need a fucking. I don't know what he need to do. Rub some fucking cream on his ass or something and get your ass back out there.
Then LeBron being out after breaking the record, the Lakers on edge of making it the
Relax.
play-in.
They gonna be in the playoffs.
Oh, I'm a Laker fan too. I'm a LeBron fan. So
I'm a Laker fan. Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
We gonna be
Rest
in the
peace to
playoffs.
Kobe Bryant, but I never liked the Lakers when Kobe was there.
But
I started liking the Lakers.
Let's not skip over this. I've been hearing Pelicans fans for a long time talk all that shit about AD not durable. Oh, he street clothes. Oh, he this. Man, Zion don't play. Ever. That man ain't played a full season since he been down here. When he do play, he play pretty damn good. But when he don't play, y'all are pretty damn ass.
Do you think he really wants to be here?
For $250 million, nigga, I won't be wherever that money at.
Guess what? He could get that anywhere. It doesn't have to be here in New Orleans.
Nobody's giving you that for 82 games over 3 years.
But who knows that he was going to do that? Like, fuck.
Well, I mean,
the Pelicans were rolling like last year.
We're rolling. They were the number 1 seed. Now they're out the playoffs.
Everyone loved him. I didn't even hear people say fire Willie Green. Like, oh shit, he was the best guy ever last year.
Yeah, Willie be doing some wild shit too though. Like, I'll be like, what are you doing sometimes? But
so are the Pels gonna even make the play-in?
No.
They're not.
No.
Are the Lakers gonna make the play?
Lakers might be like the 7th seed when it's all.
I'm about to say, because that West, bro, from like 11, from like 12 to like 5, it's like a game, half a game back. So it's up in the air.
So I looked at the shit actually this morning. I think the Lakers play who they play? They play the Mavericks maybe Sunday in LA. I feel like that's a game they got to get.
When does LeBron expect to come back?
April 4th versus the Clippers. That's supposed to be his first game back. That's what he.
Speaking of the Clippers, Paul George.
I don't think the injury is going to be as bad as people think it is. I think it's just
looks scary.
Yeah, it did. But I think it's just a hyperextended knee.
Yeah, because
I hope it is.
More to show they did everything they had to do to figure out what's really wrong.
I hope it's not nothing that's
here in sprained knee.
Yeah, see something like, I don't think it's going to be like ligament damage or like a torn ACL or some shit like that. I hope not, at least, especially for him. He's been through a lot of shit with knees and injuries and stuff. So
is anyone dominating in the NBA right now as far as teams?
Teams or players?
Teams, because like, last year, Golden State won, right? No one expected Golden State to win. We know they're capable. They've been there. They understand. They got the experience. But that was kind of shocking. Like, I didn't expect them just to go ahead and, win another ship.
Well, I think the West is really scary, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on the East. I feel like the NBA is I feel like the NBA and college basketball, the point that they at right now is that, like, it's not an even playing field, but
it's up in the air.
A lot of people have a chance.
Yeah. So you can look at the East. You got Milwaukee. You got Boston. You got Philly.
Yeah.
Who
Toronto
else?
when they went got Jacob Porto, so now they got a person to put down low to where they could play through. You already had they had the wings, and they got Van Fleet running the point guard. So now you got Siakam, Trent, you got Anunoby, you got what's the kid from Florida State, the big 6'9", he could play point guard.
Got my dog Will Barton.
You play for them now too?
Yeah.
Shit, that nigga didn't play for everybody in 2 years, huh?
It's all right, bro. He's 10 years strong. Keep on fighting, Will.
That's good, Will. Keep going, man.
Keep on going, bro.
But I think Toronto could give people matchup problems. Can't never count out the Heat because Jimmy Butler going to a different mode.
Forgot about the Heat
when he in that playoffs.
What about the Knicks?
I like the Knicks too. The Knicks dangerous. They got a guard that can make shots, make big shots.
Russell?
Yeah, RJ Barrett. He been slashing. He's finding his game finally. He's not just trying to be
a nice rim protector. Our very own Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, you gotta score some fucking points, Mitchell.
I mean, he does, but when you got Randall, Brunson, and Barrett playing the way they are, there's only one ball out there, Pat.
Yeah, I know, but if you getting
that's like if me, you, and a few other guys are, you're gonna get less shots than you normally take.
Who?
You.
Well, look, if you get 5 offensive rebounds, bro.
You know what's scary? And that tells me how good the NBA is and just how much basketball has evolved. I watched Mitchell in the offseason work out with Marcel Scott, and he has it. But he's not playing against NBA guys when he's doing all that. So, but I can see he's shooting the ball. He can put it on the floor. So I'm just anxious to see him just turn that over into the game. But
that's not his role. I don't think he ever going to be that person because, like, that's just not him. They don't trust him to do that. He ain't coming to the league doing that. He came in the league with energy, blocking shots, running the floor, catching lobs, offensive rebounding. Play your role, you get $100 million.
Yeah, I'll play my role well. But see, we're saying that when we're looking on the outside, looking in, and then until you get in that, the more and more comfortable you get.
Yeah.
Like, man, shit, the money good because that's not a problem to you at the moment. So now you want to do more.
While we talking about NBA, another thing I want to do is shout out Langston Galloway. Another Louisiana kid. He has a brand now. It's called Ethics Brand. Y'all know, I know y'all saw Kyrie had the shoes on a couple times this week because he's out his Nike deal. It's a black-owned business. Started up from a kid from
Langston,
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, we used to have some dog fights with Langston.
Yeah, man. So shout out Lang. Keep going, man. Shout out Kyrie for.
That's your old teammate too, huh, Langston?
Yeah.
I remember Langston. I always thought he was our age, but his dad had him playing up all those years. And then that 1 year when he stayed back, we were like, bro, you cheating. You supposed to be moving up with us. But whole time he was a year younger than us.
Shout out my guy, man. Keep going with your shoes. He just came out with a new pair, so y'all go check that out. I think it's Ethics Brand on Instagram, ethicsbrand.com if you're looking for it. So
go check that out. Can we close this on our New Orleans favorite brand ever, like franchise ever, Saints?
What would you want to say about them?
What do you think about the Saints right now? The pickups and everything that's going on this off season, the future.
Man, I think they're in a good place right now.
Because we love that we like the Pels right now, but Saints that's the golden child. So. We're always going. That's the only team who can really determine the crime rate and everything. Like if the Pels lose, nobody cares. But when the Saints are winning, I didn't see I just think about
just happy, huh?
Everybody's happy, bro. I remember the Super Bowl when we won the Super Bowl, bro. I saw so many
outside.
Right. Everybody was outside high-fiving, dapping each other. I saw dudes who really wanted to kill each other, really hug each other on Bourbon Street because the Saints won.
Man, I like what the Saints are. I like the pickups that they're starting to make. I know they got to get to 93 players to go into training camp. So I know they over saturating some positions like safety. I think we need to look at getting some more linebackers. I think we're going to draft some more defensive players on the defensive line. So I think that's why they're not really taking care of that so much. But I do like the Kalen Saunders pickup because he's going to stuff the middle. I think they move. I do like that they got Michael Thomas back. I hope
the biggest pickup though.
What's the biggest pickup this offseason?
Well, it's no
Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr.
I mean,
what do you think about Derek Carr?
I think in the right environment and system, I think he can thrive. They gave him another running back, Jamal Williams, to hand the ball off to. He could get the short yard stuff. Alvin could get loose and kind of keep his body more healthy.
So you think he'll compliment Alvin well?
Yeah, I think he will because
physical back.
Mark Ingram, I'm so glad he got his old ass out of here.
Ingram, I mean, don't do him now. He's just old in football now.
Yeah,
bro.
but
Ingram's been good for us over the years. But
go sit and talk to somebody. don't run the ball and not get the first down.
Bro, you tough, bro.
I'm serious.
He's older now, bro.
Get the first down, and then we go to the playoffs. Get your old ass out. He could have torn his hamstring on the other side of the first down.
Oh my God.
And he would have been a legend. Instead, get the ball back to Tom Brady, and we lost.
Okay, so
it was at home.
So Derek Carr, all right, we picked up Derek Carr.
Watching other people in the playoff.
Obviously,
shooting each other up.
The quarterback position is the most important position in the NFL, especially for the Saints, especially coming behind Drew Brees. Like, that's some big shoes to fill. I mean, Jameis couldn't pretty much get it done.
I like that they got Jameis back too, though.
Because it's a backup. I never disliked Jameis. I didn't like him as a starter. I never did.
I liked him as a starter. I liked him with Sean Payton as a starter. I don't like him with Pete.
I can see that. I would have liked him with Sean Payton because
he can reel him in.
He can throw. He's going to give you so much good, but his bad is going to be even. So it's like we're going to get 2 steps forward and then here we go 3 back.
But see, like with Sean, he was able to hone in on the things that
Sean kind of hurt. Well. Sean didn't want to be here no more, bro.
Yeah, shit happens, man.
And I'm a little sensitive about that because I love Sean. Like,
I think Sean loved us, but I was having a conversation with some friends and we was actually talking about Ed Cooley leaving Providence to go to Georgetown, which it still don't make sense to me. But it was like sometimes people just want change. So maybe Sean just wanted change.
But New Orleans embraced you, Sean. Like, bro, you were God here. Like, between you and Drew, like, we embraced you. Like, now you can't come to New Orleans and do what you could have done, which you probably don't care. But I just thought that, you know, a lot of people, when you come to New Orleans, you like as much crime and all that stuff that they like to, you know, broadcast. A lot of like celebrities and like professional athletes, they fall in love with this city, man. You'll be surprised at how many people like.
Yeah, it's a special place.
Love New Orleans and live here.
It's the only place that you're going to get a goddamn, you got something to do every month, some type of festival, some type of event going on. You got from damn Jazz Fest to Essence Fest, everything, to French Quarter Fest to this thing. That I guess
I would have liked it when he just stayed into broadcasting and
I'd have loved if he would have stayed here till he retired
not coach no more. But by you going and coach, that doesn't sit too well with me.
Man, it's gonna sit great with us when the Saints win fucking another Super Bowl with somebody else. We ain't gonna care about Sean.
Hopefully, let's say we'll be around to see that, Pat.
But shit, man, it's another episode. We'll be back.
Okay, we'll say that for next.
What you what?
Nah, go ahead. We'll talk about some stuff. I'll be getting too anxious, bro. Like, we good.
Well,
we good.
Speed.
Nah,
come on. I got some more time.
Nah, well, we did good. Let's go. We out. We out. We out.
What time it is?
Man, I might start rapping, bro. You better close this thing out.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Shout out 94th and Inches. We out.